The Friday the 13th franchise has been dead in the cold lake water since the writer for the original film sued the owners, but that's a video for another time. As of right now, it's been 7 years since the game, 16 years since the last comic, 37 years since the shitty TV show, and 15 years since the last movie. The fans are hungry, but the franchise is in ruins. But from the flames arose another. Not the upcoming A24 Peacock Crystal Lake show. I'm talking about a comic that pushes the envelope of what people thought slashers could achieve. A thrilling and thought-provoking commentary on politics, modern-day America, and overall, a bloody good read. Hello, I'm some asshole, and today we're looking at Maniac of New York. Because this is a smaller comic, I won't be going through it in its entirety because I believe that each and every one of you should go out there, pick this up, and read it for yourselves. But I will tell you the premise and discuss some things about the book that I like a lot. So without further ado, let's get into it. So meet Maniac Harry. He's a Jason Voorhees type, but something more is going on. But I won't spoil the surprise. Also, I don't know the surprise yet because we don't fully know it yet as well. But anyways, one day he just appears in New York on New Year's Eve in Times Square and just slaughters a ton of people, like a metric ton. Then he just disappears. And over the years throughout the city, there are more maniac attacks here and there at separate times. And instead of putting all the city's resources into solving this problem, they've instead reacted the same way America has with active shooters and control. Just try to ignore them and avoid them where possible, instead of trying to actively prevent them. The news has maniac sighting reports, so civilians know which areas of the city to avoid at certain times. And even then, the police don't really care. The entire Maniac Harry task force is limited to one person. So on the outside, the police are saying that they're actively trying to stop this issue, but really, they're indifferent to it because it's too hard. The one person on the Maniac task force, however, does have a personal connection to Harry, being that years earlier at a summer camp she was a counselor at, Harry was there and slaughtered her friends and boyfriend. She was the main character of a Friday the 13th, so she's coming for him, Tommy Jarvis style, but without the bit where he goes to a nut house for kids and faces off with an imposter killer who's the father of one of the fellow orderlies that was killed by somebody else. Wait, who's the killer? I mean, this person with the past experience with Maniac Harry is the main character we follow. Anyways, they also do Jason on a train too, but he actually goes on a little kill spree, unlike the movie, which is nice. But it isn't just mindless killing, and the murders are never presented as a fun event. The opening of issue 2 of the first run with Maniac Harry on a train has a full page that I think captures the humanity that in most horror stories of any medium are severely lacking. It's just close-ups of patrons on the train alongside their name and a small detail about each. Taken at face value, it's not much, just a small way to make their deaths more impactful, which for me does that job very well. Because to us, these people are nobodies, just fodder to get slaughtered. But in the eyes of this world, these are innocent people with an entire history and lives ahead of them that are getting snuffed out. It's truly a tragic loss. Unless you're one of those assholes who reads something or watches something, it's just like, well, it's not real, so it doesn't matter to me. Dude, shut the fuck up. You're ruining this. Let me enjoy this without your fucking dumbass gaze staring at me. Whatever. Buy the Aftershock book. You won't regret it. Its sequel, The Bronx is Burning, and next book, Don't Call It a Comeback, are a continuation of the story and takes it to places I never would have expected. Like Harry killing his way through a f***ing high school and an even bigger target, a f***ing baseball stadium full of f***ing cheesehead baseball watchers. I don't know sports. I read comic books. I don't know. It's especially interesting where it takes the character or lack of character of Harry to. Like, I won't spoil it, but it has a Part 9 Jason Goes to Hell aspect to it, but less devil worm going up a woman's and more gender bent Jessica Voorhees. It's better than I make it out to sound, I promise you. Buy the book. When I was 10, I saw Friday the 13th Part 8, and even as a child, I was disappointed in how they used New York. This comic is all New York, and Jason. While never explicitly going to like super big New York landmarks like, I don't know, a sword fight on top of the Empire State Building, or maybe like another sword fight on top of the Statue of Liberty, it does feel ground level, like Marvel Street level New York. More dirty alley streets like Scream 6, I guess. The horror is good, and I think the story is very compelling. Written by Elliot Kalan with absolutely stunning art by Andrea Mutti, this book is amazing, with visuals to match that are unique and stylish. I don't want to speak too much about the art or how it's done because because I know little about art, but I don't know. I want to say it's like watercolors, but I can't say for sure. And Elliot Kalan lets us know that he is also one of the writers for The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. I don't watch much Jon Stewart because I don't care much for late night shows, but I do really enjoy this. Please support the content you enjoy and go out there and buy these books and spread the word to your friends who like slashers, the Friday franchise, and comics in general. If you've never tried a horror comic before, I reckon you should give this one a go, as it's not mindless death trash like the old Friday the 13th comics. I'll recommend them some Junji Ito. One last time, this is one of the best comic books I've read in the last 10 years. Anyways, thanks for watching this little video. Cheers.